Random Wednesday on a random Wednesday. I'm coming to you guys from inside Cube, as you can see. Those of you that don't know, Cube is the name of my Polo Vivo 1.4i, the vehicle that I'm documenting the work I gotta do on it on this channel. Aptly named because Cube is ice white. It's Ice Cube. Anyway, so um, if you've been following the channel, then you know that Cube has had some work on it that needed to be done. And even though I didn't go into many of the details of what work it is that need to be done to Cube, this week was very productive because we were able to get certain fundamental things sorted out and gotten out the way. That said, also, if you have been following my channel, you're very well aware that I've been extremely under the weather. I've been down with a cold that had me literally down for more than a week. I'm not quite at 100% yet, but yeah, I'm getting there. That's a story for another video. As far as Cube is concerned, we all saw the video where Cube literally let me know that he needs his lights to be sorted out first. Well, that said, I'm glad to announce that I replaced the battery. Yeah, no, I didn't do the lights. Honestly, I didn't do the lights. I had to replace the battery in the car because the battery was starting to be problematic. Had a couple of instances where you get to a filling station and you're waiting in the queue to pour petrol, and you switch the car off. You start it up, you move forward, it's your turn. You pour the petrol, and then you want to start, and the battery's dead because it used up all its charge starting up the previous time. In the morning, having to just faff around with jumper cables and getting the battery jump started. Yeah, it gets tiring, it gets inconvenient, and it gets extremely boring. So I went to my local battery place to go and get the battery replaced there, and I had two options for batteries. The one type of battery, they were telling me that I would need to come back every 4 months. I think they said it was 4 months. Yeah, every 4 months I'd have to come through, and they'd have to do a certain amount of maintenance to the battery. Now, I don't know what type of batteries these are, but yeah, they'd have to check on the water levels in the battery and replace some of the water and whatever. My problem is two things. One, I'm very busy. Two, I forget. So if I'm gonna have 4 months go by and I forget that I have to go and take the battery in to get checked, in a previous life for the previous Polo, I've had a situation where my battery water literally ran out and it just killed the battery in the most uncanny way. Like, it's not like, when you've got a normal battery and the battery starts depleting, you get, your battery starts slowing down. It literally slows down even how quickly it turns the starter when you start the car. But when your battery runs out of battery water, it's a funny thing. It doesn't slow down the performance of the battery. It literally just dies. You drive somewhere, you park it, your battery's being fine, you come out of a shop, you jump in your car, and nothing. So yeah, I didn't want that happening again. Plus, I mean, the battery I've got has got. A, I think they said I only need to bring it in like 2 years for them to see if it's still good or whatever the case is. But yeah, it's one of those. In fact, I'll put up a video of when I was there, getting the battery replaced. The guys had to take out the whole battery blanket. I don't know why VW does a battery blanket. I guess the batteries get cold. Actually, batteries do get cold, and the cold does affect the performance of a battery. So I guess, yeah, that does make sense. What I don't understand though is there's this whole thing with wires and stuff like that that connects to the battery, and it sits on top of the batteries in these Polo Vivos. I'm not sure what it is, but anyway, but yeah, I managed to get that done. And then so this is at the battery place that I was talking about, where I went to get a brand new battery
for Cube, and this was the battery technician guy. That's that wiring loom I was talking about that sits on top of the battery. It's got a bunch of wires. It's only connected to the positive side. I have no clue what that thing does at all, but it's a pretty common thing on these Vivos. Not all Polos have them. I'm not sure if the TSIs have them. I remember on my TSI, well, I don't remember seeing it on my TSI, but on the Vivo, they definitely had it. And therein goes the brand new Enertech battery. Um, yeah, I had to go with a brand new battery. I thought of maybe trying to recharge the old one, but no, let's give Cube some brand new hardware. And then there's that battery blanket I was talking about that keeps the battery nice and warm. um this one didn't quite fit over the new battery. The new battery seemed a little larger than the previous one, but yeah, well, the guy managed to get it to sit there somehow. Back on goes the wiring loom that connects to the positive side of the battery. And then he's going to then connect the negative, and just in front of the battery there is a nut there that keeps the battery in place. It sort of um, secures it in place. I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack for how dirty my engine bay is, guys. I live in a very, very dusty part of the world. Please cut me a little slack. So here he's finishing up by securing that bolt just to make sure that nothing goes wrong with the battery moving around. And just like that, Bob's your uncle. Cube, new battery.
Also, this week I managed to go and replace my brake pads and brake discs. Now, if you know anything about car maintenance, these are two major things that you need to make sure are always in good nick, or else your car just doesn't stop. If you get to a point where you're driving and you step on your brakes and it makes a grinding noise, you know that your brake pads are finished. And in fact, at that point, your brake pads are starting to eat into your disc. Literally, your brake pad has got a steel backing, and then there's this, I don't know if it's a carbon compound. I don't know what the compound is made of, but it sits on top of what is the backing of the brake pad. Now, when you install brake pads, you got two of these pads, one on either side of the disc in the middle. And when you hit the brakes, those pads literally grip the disc. So, for as long as your pads are good, when you step on the brakes, you shouldn't have a problem. But if you've got a problem with your pads, or your pads wear out, it'll wear that entire compound out right down to the steel. And then when that steel starts grinding on your discs, you've got problems. You have to replace the discs themselves because they get this ridge on them with this groove. Also, I'll put up video of the condition that they were in. They were absolutely horrendous.
So this is the brake pad I was telling you about. Now you can see this one is pretty worn out, but take a look at this next one. It's worn down so badly, it looks like there's an entire chunk missing from it. And that steel backing eats into that disc that you see sitting at the bottom of the box right there.
But I managed to get both the discs sorted out and the pads sorted out. And yeah, I'm proud of myself. For a person who was sick, I think I got quite a bit done.
So as you see in this video, I took the car to my mechanic buddy just to get him to fit the disc. These guys work in a very informal setting. There's definitely more talking than fixing happening there, but they're good at what they do. And as you see there, that's the front disc, obviously, that he's fitting. You can tell that because it is ventilated. Now, obviously, the fancier cars come with ventilated discs at the back too. But after fitting the discs, he also fitted the brake pads. And in this video, this was him fitting the brake pads after having removed the old ones. Once again, a lot more talking than actual fixing, but they get the job done.
That's what I managed to get done on Cube this week. The lights, yeah, the lights will still get done. That's probably the next thing that I am gonna do in order to get Cube roadworthy. I need to sort out the lights, and yeah, there's actually a lot to be done to this car, but it's all good. I'll continue to show you guys the work that goes into getting Cube back up to 100%, and yeah, we'll enjoy this journey together. It's a lot of work. I am completely knackered because like I say, I'm still not 100%, but it's okay. It's all right. This is Random Wednesday. This is still in Math Town, even though it's in the evening. My name is not important. What's important is the work that we're doing. And we're getting there. We're getting there. It's spring. I need to start enjoying my springtime. Plus, it's getting really hot. So it's kind of ridiculous to be in this crazy heat with the flu. But yeah, I'll be all right. Don't worry. I'll keep you guys updated on that too. But yeah, if it's your first time bumping into this channel, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and yeah, comment down below whenever you would like to. Let me know what you think of the work that we're doing to Cube, what you think of everything that we're doing on this channel, and let's continue to grow it. Try and share it with your friends too. Let's bring them in on the conversations we're having on the vehicle and on the health side of things, still to come. But yeah, let's keep at it. Again, it's Math Town on a random Wednesday, and my lights are dying. Yeah, enjoy.